Hi, I'm Coach Ron Carson, the track coach at West Lawrence High School, and we're here at West Lawrence today for the signing of Darius Bradford to Cloud County Community College in Concordia, Kansas. You can say that fast. Um, he's signing a track scholarship to participate for the next 2 years there. Um, Most of you know Darius from football, but he's also a track guy too. So we're excited about this, and you'll hear about it from him in a little while longer.
My name is Nathaniel Allen. I play football and run track, and I'm Darius' teammate and brother.
My name is Mateo Elvine, and I play football, and Darius my brother, and I'm congratulating him signing for the track.
My name is Storm Walker, and I'm here to support my brother Bradford for signing the track. But I play basketball and I play football with him, and I run track.
My name is Dorian Gorham, and I'm here today to watch my boy Darius sign today. More than the brother. Oh, okay.
Coach Carlos Jones. I coach football and track. Had the pleasure to work with Darius all 4 years with football and with track for 2 years. We're excited about this occasion. He's going to do well.
I'm his grandmother, Joyce Bradford. I raised him, and I'm thankful that he has completed high school, and I congratulate him on going to college. Signing on for college at Clyde College. Thank you.
Let me just add on to that. Darius' first sport was track in seventh grade before he went to football the next year, and I was his first coach, so I feel like family, more so, maybe even a young uncle, perhaps cousin. But anyway, and I think that was his first love. But I'm glad that I have coached him all these years, so we've developed a strong relationship, and I think he's grown to a strong young man. But Darius, tell him about yourself.
I'm Darius Bradford. I'm signing today at Cloud County Community College in Coordinate, Kansas. I'm just thankful for this opportunity to have, and I'm ready to take this next journey of my life.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's such an exciting time today. We've got Darius Bradford and his grandmother with us. How are you?
Doing fine.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Now, Darius, this is an exciting time for you.
Yes,
You're about to go to Kansas. He's signing a 2-year scholarship to Cloud County Community College in Concordia, Kansas.
Yes, ma'am.
Lord have mercy. Darius, talk to us a little bit. Why don't you share with the community all the things that you've been involved in, the athletics as well as the clubs you've been involved in. Talk to us.
Yes, ma'am. I played football for West Lawrence all 4 years. I finished my career with over 4,000 rushing yards and 44 touchdowns. I ran track my freshman year. I went to state, was fourth in the state. I came back my senior year, ran track, and went back to state. I came in seventh. I'm a part of the FFA program. That's really about it.
Well, now listen. Now you ran track your freshman year,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
then not any the 10th or 11th grade.
No, man, because my sophomore year, I tore out a tissue on my rotator cuff in my right shoulder. I had to get surgery at the end of my season. And then my junior year, my football season came to an end because I tore my ACL, MCL, and meniscus in my left knee.
And such an early age, those type injuries are pretty serious. Have you rehabbed pretty well?
Yes, man. I say I'm back to 100% now.
Very good. We're so proud of you here. You about to go to Kansas. That's quite a while away. Have you ever been to Kansas, or is this going to be your first time?
First time.
How do you feel about that?
I'm ready. Yes, ma'am.
You hear that, Grandmama?
I hear.
He's ready. Why don't you talk to us a little bit about yourself, okay?
All right. My name is Joyce Bradford, as I said, and I raised my two children and my 4 grand. Also, I've been a member of several churches in the community, and at present I'm a member of NGBM Ministries, and I'm very proud of of Darius. He would be the first to enter college for our family.
That's an accomplishment right there.
Yes, and he will be going away from home. I'll miss him, but I think it will be educational as well as strengthening for his character
That's right.
and learning him to be independent.
That's right. Now, Kansas, now, do you think you'll ever fly out there or drive out there to see him?
I'm sure I will.
That's right. Now, Darius, this day is very special for you because as an athlete, I mean, you work hard. You work hard and you aspire to go to college, to play, to compete, and now here you are. Now, tell us about how your journey has been and the people that have influenced you within your athletic career.
It was hard. It was a lot of hard times, but I had plenty of positive people, positive role models in my life as I went throughout it, including the community, my coaches, my family, my friends.
And you talking about coaches, you've got your football coaches here as well as your track coaches, so that says a lot. And they're going to speak with us in just a little bit to talk about their relationship with you and through the years working with you as an athlete.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now, grandmama, we mamas are so proud of our babies, and so with him being one of the first ones to go to college, you tell us what your relationship has been with him and how you've definitely worked with him to get to where he is today.
I've encouraged him.
This has been a long road for him. This has been a long road. And, sometimes you're without words as far as to be able to express what you're feeling today, how you've impacted his life. Darius, while you've got your grandmother here, why don't you give some words to us and to her about how she's impacted your life and the appreciation that you have for her, okay?
Well, words can't really explain how I feel about my grandma. I mean, she played both roles in my life, a mother, father, and also a grandparent for not only me, but my older sister and two younger siblings. She been there all my life. I can't thank her enough, except for going off to college and make something of myself.
All right, very good. And grandmama, what word do you want to give to Darius to really to encourage him, because he's getting ready to go a long ways from home?
I would like Darius, I would like for you to apply yourself, keep your character in good standings, and just be the best you can be. Attend church, and thank God for everything and all things. Give thanks.
All right, very good. Thank you. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you.
It's about relationship building when athletes come to this point in their career and as they proceed. And we've got the offensive coordinating coach with us. How are you, Coach Respect?
I'm doing well.
Now, listen, we've been talking with Darius about his career. You tell us about yours, okay? And let's talk about your relationship with Darius, okay?
Went to high school at Northside in Warner Robins, graduated there. Had the opportunity to go to the University of Tennessee on a full scholarship to play for Philip Fulmer. Graduated there in 2004, had a short stint with the Chicago Bears, and then came back to Northside to coach under the legendary Conrad Nix. And my career has taken me to Peach County High School, to Howard High in Macon, Douglas County High School in Douglasville, Georgia, and back here to Central Georgia at the great West Lawrence High School.
Well, you have an extensive career, volunteers, and now here you are right here. Coach, talk to us about the work ethic that Darius has out there on that field, if you would.
I can remember interviewing with Coach Nobles about coming down to coordinate the offense here at West Lawrence, and the one thing that he continued to bring up was a great talent that we had at running back. And Coach Nobles referred to Darius as the best running back he had coached. And I was fortunate enough to coach the running backs at Northside, had two All-State guys, and I would definitely put Darius in that company as one of the best guys, best competitors of anybody I've coached, and we're just extremely proud of him, and really rooting for him to go and handle his business in Kansas and represent Raider Nation well.
That's right. Now, Darius, you're hearing this big guy right here talk about you like that. I mean, sometimes we don't like to toot our own horn, but is everything that he's saying true to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. And Coach, listen, you tell us, I mean, you being playing at University of Tennessee, tell us what it requires in an athlete to have that stamina to compete at that level.
First and foremost, you got to have that competitive character.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of time restraints when you go to college.
Right.
He's got to have that competitive spirit to say, hey, these are my priorities and these are the things that I have to take care of. And Darius has that mindset.
Yeah.
And he'll do well. He'll go and he'll work his tail off as he has done for the past 4 years here at West Lawrence. And we are certain he will be a success.
There you go. Now, Darius, what about you? Are you going to have to change or to kind of amp up on a little bit to be ready to play down at Cloud?
Schoolwork. Need to get more and more into my books, better than what I have been.
Yeah.
Just to take it up to the next level.
Do you ever procrastinate, when you kind of put things off for a little while?
Not too much.
So what is it that you think with your schoolwork is your issue?
I'll say I need to put more time and effort into me doing it.
Yeah. And, when you get to college, you don't have the time always, especially when you're playing a sport and you may have to, work out a lot and have different practices maybe 2 times a day. So you're going to definitely have to balance. You're going to have to juggle that time to really be effective. Now, Coach, what kind of last words would you like to give to encourage Darius with his future?
First, the advice we give to all of our kids who go off far from home, in this case, Kansas. It's a long way from Dublin, Georgia. The first bit of advice I'm going to tell them is, one, you're going to get homesick, but you're going to be okay. God puts us in situations that we can handle. You can handle it, represent us well, as we know you will.
That's right. I've got to give him a few more pointers, though. You're going to have to get snow boots. You're going to have to get snow boots because when we lived in Kansas, I lived in Kansas for probably over 7 or 8 years, and I've been to Cloud Community College before, but you're going to need snow boots because we've had snow up to here. Well, 20 below zero. Grandma, get this baby some snow boots. But, you're going to be able to handle it, okay? We're going to keep talking a little bit. Coach, thank you so much for sharing with us.
Absolutely.
Indeed a pleasure.
Yes, ma'am.
Coach Respite, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, I'm Chuck Hartwell. I want to say thank you to the community for allowing us to help you in your financial plans. If you're looking for a personal banker to assist you in meeting all your financial needs, then let me invite you to stop by our location on Bellevue Avenue in Dublin. You'll love our location, our services, and especially our people. Community Bank of Dublin-Lawrence County, the bank that's service-built, where common sense banking never goes out of style.
I've always seen myself behind the wheel of a big rig. And when I learned I qualified for free tuition, I enrolled at Oconee Fall Line Technical College.
And after just 8 weeks, I was prepared for my license exam and the road. Georgia companies need qualified truck drivers, and I landed a great job quickly.
Oconee Fall Line Technical College. Get ready. Your career starts here.
It's really a wonderful thing, the relationship that Darius has with his coaches. And, of course, now we've got his track and football coaches with us. Let them tell us about their relationship with Darius and how hard he worked on the field in the sport that he played. We'll start with you, Coach Jones.
Okay. Well, to begin with, Darius, we knew he was going to be an exceptional player just watching him coming up from the 8th grade. We would go out and watch him on the football field, and he was, and he had evidence, as Coach Carson has already said, that track was his first love. And we can see it as an 8th grader because he would, instead of making people miss, he would just hurdle over them. But when he got to the high school, we saw every bit of it. He started football as a 9th grader. And worked hard, worked very hard. And Coach Respert kind of talked about him as a running back, but defensively, he was a beast as well. Wow. We just couldn't keep him on the defense side because he was running the ball so much. But every chance he got, he would go and make plays. And so we just very proud of him. And then I had the opportunity to get out of football and go in right into track season. And there he was again, jumping hurdles and all the way to state. And so very proud of Darius. Darius going to do well.
And you know, Darius, he's talking about you starting off like in the 8th grade. Now, so you've always been a beast then, right?
No, man.
Tell us at what point in your career that you can see yourself where you really peaked as an athlete.
I want to say my sophomore year
Mm-hmm.
after I got hurt, because it came down to a decision of me either not playing the rest of my sophomore year or either just fighting through my shoulder pain and just finish my year.
And, you know, those are really tough decisions, Darius. I mean, you know, when you're battling an injury as an athlete, you got to know how to work that injury, make those decisions that you normally would not have to make. And so you've made a good decision.
Yes.
You bouncing back. Here you are getting ready to go to college. Coach Carson, you're on the injury reserve list here.
Yeah, well, put me in, Coach. I'm good.
Talk to us a little bit.
I was piggyback on what Coach Jones was saying about middle school. He was a beast. Never had any experience in sports, but first time, his 8th grade year, he was the first middle school kid featured on Channel 13's Play of the Week, where he hurdled a kid. And that was his first thing he did in 7th grade was a hurdler.
Wow.
And he took like a fish to water in that, and just a natural ability, and then he added his own work ethic into it, and it just blossomed to the talent that he is now.
That's fantastic. And, you know, normally, coaches, you can kind of see the potential in a kid early on. You've been out there at field day. You see the kids out there running like Forrest Gump out there. And so did you see that potential in him?
Oh, yes. Yes. I mean, he didn't have but one speed. That was wide open. Oh, yeah. There's the one that you had to try to get him to taper it down some. Yeah. But his work ethic is second to none. He's always going hard every chance he get. If he's on the field, he's wide open. Yeah. And I just like his attitude. Even through the injury, he kept a positive attitude. Yeah. You never saw him down. He was always, "I'm good, Coach. I'm good." Yeah.
That's good. Darius, what is your thought process when you're pushing like that? I mean, you know, because you got to have something inward to really push you. What is it about you? I mean, you know, I say that because we've got to have a drive. Wouldn't you say, coaches? Oh, there's got to be something that drives us. You know, he's telling you that you only have one speed.
I'll say my only drive is can't nothing hurt me worse than the stuff I went through as a child growing up.
Wow.
So I'll say that what my drive is.
And so having a tough childhood and bouncing back from that, you know, and not quitting, going hard. That's a testament and a testimony to other athletes out there to encourage them. And so once we're finished, we're going to let you give a word to encourage them. Coach, what last words do you want to say to Darius? He's getting ready to go to Kansas, man. And, you know, he's, like his grandmother said, first in the family to go to college, very admirable. What would you have to say?
There's a lot of it in our community that first,
yeah,
and he's an example of that. But he'll do well in Kansas because he got that work ethic. He knows what he needs to do book-wise, and he thrives in the cold too. But and I like to think his family and we emphasize this is a faith-based, you know, on his, you know, his faith in God. Amen. And if you lean on nothing, definitely you need to lean on God.
Amen.
Because that'll get you through.
That's right. All right, Coach, Pastor, you can preach a sermon right now or any, but you give a word to encourage him. I mean, your daughter just signed, getting ready to go off to college. You give him a word to encourage him, for one, being the first one, going off to college and to set that legacy in place for others to follow. Would you please?
Yes, I even though Coach Carson already said it, I have to come back and tell him, keep God first. Yeah. I mean, that's number one. That's your foundation. But being the first, you got to realize others are looking at you, and so you want to set the bar high. You want to give them a high bar to reach for, and the only way to do that is attack everything with the same work ethic that you have with track. Attack your books with that work ethic. Go up and be a stand-up guy. Remember your first impression. You won't get a second chance to make first impression. So let them see the best Darius that we know. And always remember what Montilla has taught you. You got a foundation there. I watch you in the community grow up around in the community, and I've always been a stand-up guy. So go and let them see that guy.
Yes, sir. Thank you. What words do you have last to say to these coaches who have definitely pushed you, who've been by your side throughout this journey? What words would you have?
I said I love y'all so much. Y'all very much family to me, and I appreciate everything that y'all done for me.
Y'all trying to make me cry. Beautiful. Thank you, Coach Jones. Great to see you. Thank you, Coach Carson. All right, we've got some of Darius's fellow classmates, been friends since the 6th and 7th grade with us. How are you doing, fellas?
Good.
All right, listen, talk to us a little bit about you and tell us about the relationship that you've had with Darius through these years, okay?
Well, I'm Mateo Elvine, and I played football for about 4 years. And I've known Darius about 9 years, since 6th grade. And we've been cool ever since then. And for now, like, he's like a brother to me. But I'm happy for him. I'm signing today.
Yeah. Tell us where you going.
Oh, I'm going to Fort Valley State University.
Nice, going down to the valley. Be careful down there. You gonna play football down there? Did you get a scholarship to go?
No, man, I'm doing walk-on.
Oh, wonderful. Now listen, we were wanting to hear back from you now. Let us know how you're doing down there in the valley.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. To our right, Storm, ladies and gentlemen. Talk to us.
Hey, my name is Storm Walker. I play football, basketball, and track at West Lawrence High School. I played football with Darius. I met him when I transferred to West Lawrence in 7th grade, and we clicked ever since then, and just been
tied ever since. Now, Darius, you tell us about these two fellas. Now, tell us what type dudes these two are, okay?
If they couldn't tell on camera already, we all kind of got the same personality. We
And what's that?
laid back, cool, just goofy, just.
Y'all have always, now listen, at a certain point though, you guys getting ready to go to college and stuff like that, so are y'all gonna be goofy in college?
I'm always gonna be goofy.
Oh.
It's all that's just the personality.
All right, now listen, fellas, this is an exciting time for Darius, as you all know. Would you all please give some words to Darius to encourage him, because he is going off to Kansas. That's quite a bit of ways off in the Midwest. Can't do a drive-by, grandmama. But give him some words to encourage him, because this is an exciting thing for him, and he's, he needs to hear from you guys.
Just keep your head in the books and keep God first.
There you go. Is that what you do?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What would you like to say?
Man, just keep working hard, man. I know you can make it, bro. That's all I gotta say, bro.
You all are men of many words, like 5. Like 5 words. Darius, if you can think of a time throughout your career with these two that really stood out, what would it be?
I say every year at summer workouts. That's where you really see who your friends and who not, because some workouts bring the man out of you. So.
Did it bring the man out of you?
Bring the sweat out of me.
And so you guys have had the same coaches for quite some time. Tell us what your experience has been like working with these coaches here at West Lawrence.
Tough.
Yeah.
You just gotta push through it sometimes. You know, it's gonna get hard, but they do that to challenge you and see who's gonna lay down or who's gonna keep fighting.
Yeah. And you've definitely kept fighting. All right, what about you? Tell us about how the coaches have been and your relationship with them through the years.
Stayed by my side ever since I came up here. I've been coming up here since I was in the 7th grade. So the weightlifting is a whole lot different than from middle school.
Yeah, of course.
It was a lot to develop, but I got to it. We got used to it.
Very good. And now, Darius, we've talked with several of the coaches, and you gave them some very sweet words. Now, have you always been able to take direction well and make adjustments to improve as an athlete?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is going to be a piece of cake for you when you go off to college.
Yes, ma'am. Cause how I see it, there's always room for learning new things. So I just gotta keep an open mind.
There you go. You're going to do nothing but succeed.
Yes, ma'am.
Good to see you guys. Thank you for chatting with us today. Lord have mercy. Friends since the 6th grade, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Mateo and Storm. These two ladies are like sisters to Darius, and it's such a pleasure to have them with us today. Do you want to introduce yourself and tell us about you and your relationship that you have with Darius?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Oriana Hall. I'm in the 10th grade, and I play JV volleyball for West Lawrence. Knowing Darius has been a good thing in my life. He's looked out for me since I've known him. I've known him for a couple of years. So to me, in my eyes, in my heart, he's my big brother. I wouldn't trade him for anything in the world. I love Darius with all my heart.
So sweet. You trying to make me cry? So sweet. All right, talk to us, darling.
My name is Deasia. Me and Darius basically kind of grew up together. His dad adopted me when I was in middle school. We used to stay together and stuff like that. We used to get into it a lot, but in the day, we like brothers and sisters, so we come back together and end up stronger than ever.
Very good. Now, Darius, you tell us about these two ladies, okay?
Yes.
And what they mean to you.
They mean a lot to me. They really do mean like little sisters to me. Cause growing up, like they have bullies and stuff. They come to me, tell me who they is. I go talk to them like, could you chill, whatever. Just something like a big brother would really do. Somebody who care for them and stuff.
Yeah.
And then like, I was just somebody they could always come to whenever they needed somebody to talk to or something like that.
Very sweet, very sweet. And you know, Darius is getting ready to go off to Kansas, honey. Are you gonna be able to go out and visit him sometime?
More than likely, because Darius knows almost my whole family. My grandma, my mama. They've been waiting. All of us have been waiting for Darius to sign.
Yeah.
So more than likely, we're gonna try.
And what words do you want to say to encourage Darius? Because he is leaving, he's going to be far away from his family. And so because you're very close, what words do you want to say to kind of encourage him? Because when there comes a time where he does become homesick.
I just want to tell you, Darius, keep your faith. Don't forget where you come from. You know, I'm only a phone call away if you need to talk. You know, it's no problem. I will answer my phone whenever, wherever.
Love that. All right, darling. Any words you'd like to give to Darius?
Just be yourself, because I know how you could be at times. You lose sight of track of yourself. Just be yourself and continue to keep your head up. And just like Ori said, we'll be one call away if you ever need us.
And you know, Darius, she's going to still be in school here. You're going off to college. That's correct. So now, Darius, you need to give them some words because she's getting ready to go off to college at Georgia State University in Atlanta, Georgia. And you're going to be a junior?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So she's going to be here. So why don't you give them individually words to kind of encourage them because you're not going to be around now?
Well, for Ori, I would say keep your head in the books. Don't let other distractions get in your way on what you're trying to accomplish in life. And Deasia, keep a straight mind, keep moving forward, and don't let nothing stop you from what you want to accomplish.
All right, very good. Thank you so much. Good to meet you, ladies. Thank you.
I'm Locke Wilford. Buying the right pre-owned vehicle is easy at Dublin Auto Outlet. Power or style, all are affordable. Dublin Auto Outlet, downtown across from the new Dairy Queen.
Choose the convenience of Neighbors Express and get friendly, courteous service every time you visit any of our convenient locations. Fill up with pay at the pump and take advantage of our bigger and better selection of beverages and tobacco products. And buy 12 packs of Pepsi products, 2 for $6.99. Enjoy the popular crushed ice with your favorite fountain drink. Also enjoy a fresh, hot breakfast. Stop by for lunch or dinner. It's always fresh, always convenient at Neighbors Express, now located at I-16 and 441 and in Cedar Grove, providing farm fuel for all our customers. Count on the convenience of Neighbors Express.
This has been such a wonderful day, Darius. You know, having the opportunity to meet your family, talk to some of your friends and your coaches, and to have them here for your signing. Tell us what your feelings are right now.
I can't even say what I really feel right now. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And you know, there are a lot of athletes out there who do aspire to go to college. And here it is, you're going to Cloud County 2 years, and then you can transfer to a 4-year and still run or play football. The sky's the limit for you, all right? Concordia, Kansas, it's out there in the middle of nothing, but it is in rural Kansas. But you have cities that are close by. Yes, you can go to, of course, you can visit K-State. Which is down, you know, a little ways away, Kansas State University, also University of Kansas. There are other schools there. There's a lot of things that you'll be able to do. This is going to be a growing up period for you, to not be around your family, to not be around your grandmother. You're going to be in a different place. But this is an opportunity for God to really use you in a mighty way, for you to do what you love to do, get your education, and everyone in this community will be rooting for you. Okay, what do you like to say to the community out there?
Just want to thank y'all for all the support, and that I hope and I pray that y'all still come support West Lawrence no matter what, because it's Raider Nation all day.
There it is, Raider Nation all day. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.
Yes, ma'am.
This is Darius Bradford, ladies and gentlemen, signing to Cloud County Community College in Concordia, Kansas, our track scholarship. We're very proud of you. Continue to do great things. Darius, ladies and gentlemen. All right, traveling to the Midwest to play a sport. Who can give you better advice, Darius, than this young man to my left, Justin Smith? How are you, Justin?
I'm doing fine. How you doing?
Doing good, cuz. How does it feel to be back in Georgia?
Love this hot weather.
You know, we were talking about with him going to the Midwest to play a sport. You've been doing this going on 3 years. Mm-hmm. You tell us about your experience and tell us how your years have been going there as a Mighty Mizzou.
Really just been trying to meet as many people as I can meet, like try to get as many friends you can get, because that really help you with connections later on in life. So I try to hang out with as many people, and then when I work on my craft or doing football, I do everything to the fullest of my abilities. And with the weather, I mean, you're gonna have to buy.
He gonna need some snow boots. I told him that.
Yeah, he gonna have to walk through some snow in a little bit, but I mean, it's gonna be fun though. It's fun, like enjoying it, because it's something different. It's a new place, different feel.
Now, when you first left, what things did you have to adjust about yourself to be acclimated to that area?
Really was my time schedule, and after that, once I got there, I knew how to really do everything else. Because once you manage your time and know how to do everything properly, and everything good after that.
There you go. Now, you've got Justin here. You know, Justin's been there. You see how relaxed he is. He's chillaxing over here. You know, he's been doing this for some time. Now, what question would you want to ask him with you getting ready to leave in a few months?
I don't know, really. You ready to see me back on that field?
Yeah. And Justin, why don't you give him some encouragement to be able to go play at this college, to adjust from being a Georgia boy, going to the Midwest. He's going to be around a different environment. What advice would you give him to encourage him to this next step?
Like, don't play around. If you handling your business, handle your business. Like, because other people are just going to be sitting around. Like, most people don't be trying to do stuff. Like, don't wait. Ain't no waiting, ain't no, it's like my time, just gonna do this. You just gotta do whatever you can while you got the chance. So just ball.
Just ball.
Just ball, that's it.
I know that means something though. What does that mean, to just ball?
Like, you know how we play football, like a basketball, like we give it our all, like we finna do everything like to win. So like you gotta do everything you gotta do in your sport if you're trying to really win.
There you So you need to just ball, man.
Yes, ma'am.
Just ball. He summed it up there. Listen, we're proud of you for all that you have accomplished, the legacy that you have left here, and what you're yet doing over there.
I appreciate it.
Darius, we expect nothing but the best from you, okay? I mean, there's other players that have signed and played at Cloud Community College that are playing in the Midwest, have played in the Midwest. We appreciate all the hard work that you all put in right here and that you're still putting in, all right? And glad to see you back here, not forgetting where you come from.
Can't.
Good to see you. Proud of you, Darius.